everyone, welcome to the first episode of Writing Wednesdays. I am back. I was talking about writing, and I once had the idea to start a separate writing channel, and then I was just like, I could just drop it, but I don't want to drop it because writing is something that is just so fucking close to my heart. So even if you don't give a shit about the other vlogs that I'm making, you can tune in every single Wednesday on this channel where I'm going to be doing the Writing Wednesdays and talking about writing. And if you have any requests on what you would like me to talk about, leave me a comment down below and I'm going to make sure to get to it. But today, I'm just going to talk about how to get excited for your books. Okay, around 2 years ago, I finished writing my first ever book. And the problem that I had with that one was I only focused on finishing it when I was writing it. So the only motivation that I used for a while was just that I want to finish writing a book because I had never done that before, and back then it was, you know, like the goal. I only focused on that. And when we only focus on the end goal, it is so easy to feel unmotivated because then we feel like we're not reaching it, you know, if we're like halfway there or just at the beginning, we're like, I'm so far away from the end goal, and then you think, why should this be worth it, because I have such a long way ahead of me that like I can't do this. I can't just think about like the end goal and keep going the whole way because it's just too difficult, too exhausting, too time consuming for that to be enough as the fuel. Only once I stopped thinking about how badly I wanted to finish it and focused on what it meant to me and how much I enjoyed actually working on it, that's when I started making the most progress, and that's where I finally finished it. My main advice for you is to fall in love with the book and the characters as much as possible. I recently tweeted, so on Twitter I posted, "Hello writing community, tell me what you love about your work in progress, tell me why you want the book to exist." And the reason why I posted that was I wanted to make people think about why they love it so much and why they want it to exist, besides the fact that they just want to write books, you know? So think about that. Think about what you love about the book, what you enjoy about writing it, and it is going to make it so much better. You aren't completely sure that you totally love it. Maybe there's something missing. One example that I have for this is I'm working on a series, a high fantasy series, and I finished writing the first book. That was great. I am super excited for the series to exist because I have 2 other series that will follow that, and I just want it to exist so desperately and I love it so much. So the first series has 4 books, and the second book I wasn't completely excited about. Definitely not as much as the other ones because there was just something missing in it. At first I thought that I just wasn't completely into the vibe, but I thought someone else would like it or whatever, you know? But then it was just like, no, I want to love it as much as the other books, even if it's like in a different way. I just want to love it so much. And so then I actually added like a plot twist, or just like I completely changed the plot kind of. Because of that, there are like new characters in it that are super fun and super interesting, and it just adds so many layers to the book, and it makes it so much more just exciting and cooler and more like, oh my gosh. And then, you know, I haven't written the book yet because I'm writing something else right now, but it got me so excited to write that book, and once I actually get to it, I'm gonna be super happy to work on it. And so of course there will be times when we will be exhausted, when life will get in the way, or when we will just be annoyed by the part of the writing process that we maybe don't enjoy that much. The biggest advice is just we gotta accept that there will be parts of the journey that are hella exhausting and just super difficult because it's not easy. But for me, I think just the best fuel for everything surrounding writing is the love and the passion. If your work in progress doesn't completely excite you and just you aren't dying to write it, maybe it's not the right thing for you to work on, and you might have to choose something else that is gonna excite you and light your soul on fire. Which, another advice connected to this is write the book that excites you the most. Don't write the book that's the smartest to write. Write the book that you are dying to write the most. And this might be an unpopular opinion, and of course, you know, only follow advice that you think is gonna work for you, but I really think that this is the way to go, in my opinion, because it is, you know, I'm a person who follows their heart, and you might be more practical, and you might follow your brain a little more, which, I mean, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with that, and there are definitely cases when it's smart, but I have struggled with the whole picking a book to write situation, and I know that I'm not the only one. How I finally figured it out, I picked the book that I love the most, because I was the most passionate about it, I wanted it to exist the most, and then I was the most motivated to write it, and then I actually wrote it. Once you pick some of the books that you think, okay, I have the most plot figured out for it, and like characters and whatever, but like if it just doesn't excite you as much as something else, then it's frustrating to start right at the beginning. You know, if you pick a book that you're hella excited for, but you don't really know what the plot is gonna be, you don't know many characters for it, but you just love the book so much, I think that it's better to pick that and leave the other one for later, or add something that's gonna excite you and make it better. I've said this before as well, like, if you could only pick one book to write out of all of your ideas right now, which one would you pick? And if it's not the one you're currently working on, maybe you shouldn't be working on that, and maybe you should work on the other thing, and I really hope that this didn't completely confuse you. But just like, this completely changed my life and like changed my writing game, because, you know, of course, there are still days when I don't write, but I just remember how much I love the book and how much I love the characters, and then I never want to give it up, and I never want to stop actually working on it, because I just love it so much and I want it to exist. Yeah, so hopefully you'll find that, because it is just the best feeling ever, and I just personally think, again, that love is the best writing fuel, and of course there will be days when you'll focus on the journey and when you'll think about the end goal, and that's okay, because, you know, of course, like, I want to publish books, and of course I want to finish the books, but like, you know, this is a cliche, but I think it's really important to remember that, and like, it will actually change your life when we focus on what we love about the journey instead of always thinking about the end. There will of course be hills that will be difficult to climb up, and you might just, you know, be out of breath and totally exhausted, and you need to take a break, and you can take a break, but just never stop climbing. You know, of course the view will be the best thing ever, and it will be super rewarding, and you'll feel like the biggest badass ever, and you'll be hella proud of yourself, but like, be proud of how far you've already climbed up, and just enjoy, you know, maybe you can already see a view, and maybe, you know, like, you're there with the people you love, aka your characters, and it's just super fun, and I hope this made sense, but yeah, so that's mostly, I think, what I want you to hear, and I hope that it was a little bit helpful, and that's it for today. I really hope that I didn't, like, confuse you, and I hope it made sense, and that it hopefully inspired you a little bit. Again, if you have any requests, leave them down I can't talk anymore. Leave them down below in the comments, and I'm super excited for these videos, and I hope you are too. And so yeah, give this video a thumbs up if you enjoyed it, and if you want me to make more writing videos, and if you're excited for Writing Wednesdays, and subscribe so you can see all of them. And that's it. Have a brilliant day, and I will see you soon in another video. Bye!